What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Marvel Studios' new show, Secret Invasion. Okay, confession time. I had never read the Secret Invasion comic books on which this show is based. As I've told you 1,000 times before, I grew up a DC fan. And when it comes to Marvel, I'm more of a late bloomer. So I had no idea what I was getting myself into when they granted me the screeners. Nada. Not one single expectation. But here's my overall verdict, judging from these two episodes alone. Secret Invasion is an intriguing, ingenious political spy thriller. The story impresses the hell out of me. And here's another way to describe it: this show is like the work of a Marvel fan who has read Tom Clancy novels one too many times. And that's a compliment, by the way. The themes on this show are nuanced and timely, and both Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn bring their A game as Nick Fury and Talos, respectively. Directed by Ali Selim and executive produced by Kevin Feige, in Secret Invasion, set in the present day MCU, Nick Fury learns of a clandestine invasion of Earth by a faction of shape shifting Skrulls. Fury joins his allies, including Everett Ross, Maria Hill, and the Skrull Talos, who has made a life for himself on Earth. Together, they race against time to stop an imminent Skrull invasion and save humanity. Starring Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Kobe Smulders, Martin Freeman, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Dermot Mulroney, Christopher McDonald, Emilia Clarke, Olivia Colman, and Don Cheadle. I believe there are a total of 6 episodes, and the format is a mini series, meaning there will not be any subsequent season after this, which is understandable considering the fact that one of this show's main purposes is to set the scene, if you will, for the rest of MCU Phase 5. The aftermath or the effect from the previous Captain Marvel movie bleeds over into these 2 episodes. But don't worry, you won't have to rewatch that bland film again because this show does a pretty good job with their recaps and flashbacks. Each episode runs an hour long and they are very dialogue driven. Yes, they have their fair share of action, but that's not what draws me in. It's the writing quality that I think is really superb. Yes, this whole shape shifting business complicates matters because you can no longer tell who is who. But on top of that, there's also this riveting dynamics between Sam and Ben playing old friends who may or may not be on the same page anymore. And then there's Kingsley and Olivia in the roles of radical zealots from opposite ends of the spectrum, and their performances are ruthless to the bone. Olivia, in particular, is scary on this show. This is quite possibly the most grown up series that Marvel has ever produced in terms of its violence. And there are many hard hitting issues that the show tries to tackle, so much so that initially it might come across as juggling too much. But the creative talents, including the writers, meticulously and artistically put them all together in a connective way that compels you to wear your critical thinking hat on. Very complex and very smart and very relevant. This show is kind of a reflection on our political climate today without it being so Captain Obvious about it. That said, the whole scroll makeup silicone prosthetics still look silly to me. I mean, if only there's a way to make them less rubbery and less plasticky and more natural, you know? But hey, I guess if those types of practical effects are still good enough for Star Wars, then they're also good enough for Marvel. And last but not least, I am a huge fan of Game of Thrones legend Emilia Clarke. So happy that she is now part of the MCU. Emilia terrifically plays the character Gaia, whose loyalty to her cause may be standing on shaky grounds. So, yeah, overall, I give Secret Invasion the rating of 4 out of 5. This is Marvel's best streaming show since The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that's it. That's my review of Secret Invasion. Smash that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.